The Chosen Season 6, of course, finished filming a little while ago, but now we get a little bit of behind the scenes look from the Chosen team. This video is awesome. It's got a couple of my friends in it as well, so I wanted to react to this video, chat through it, and jump into this one. So let's get into it. Here we go.
This week begins with our 600 extras here in Texas.
And not just extras, but fans.
All right, so this is the Crucify section, Crucify Him section, where we have a bunch of people who, of course, paid to be on set, just like in Utah, just like we've talked about before. But this is them shouting, Crucify Him, in that section there at the Praetorium, or whatever you want to call it, from with Pilate basically sentencing Jesus to what he's going to be sentenced to. We see some key characters here in the back. Of course, we've got Simon the Zealot right here, as well as Mary and John down here. And then Eden actually is over here as well. And then a bunch of extras that are kind of shooting all throughout the section here. Now, we saw a bunch of Pharisees, a bunch of different people when we did our BTS of this a while ago. There's a bunch of really interesting characters in here, including possibly Rabbi Benjamin from the little town of Nazareth. So, yeah.
Jesus is on trial this week. You're looking at people who wave palms, and then a week later, you can see right now how hot everybody is.
Yeah, I heard it was mega hot out there. Of course, they had a tent that was air conditioned and all that kind of stuff, but still, it's very hot being out there several hours while you're filming. It can get intense. I've heard that several people passed out, had to go to the medic, different things like that.
This morning, I woke up to a heat advisory saying caution, possible death.
So we got Jesse in this scene, which we saw about earlier as well. He woke up to a heat advisory saying caution, possible death. That's pretty intense. I mean, I lived in Florida most of my life, so I get it. But yeah, that's pretty intense still.
The heat sucks. It's horrible.
90.
There we've got, of course, our boy Rafi right here. If you remember, he is Kaphne's friend. Also, the wedding was about him in season 1, episode 5. Also in season 3, we saw him try to kill Jesus, essentially. So, of course, he is going to be here again, probably with his wife, Dinah. So we're seeing him come back into the fold as well.
7+ degrees, probably more, plus like, I don't know, 1,000,000% humidity in Texas. So that adds to not comfortable.
So let's jump back here. I just want to look at... the crowds here, see what we see.
Degrees, probably more.
So we see all extras here. Simon Z over to the left over there, kind of off camera for you guys a little bit, but right there.
Plus, like, I don't know.
John and Mary in the back, like we saw before.
1,000,000% humidity.
Here we've got a bunch of extras. Looks like similar setup. I don't see Mary and John in the back maybe anymore. Yeah, nobody that I can see that's huge.
Humidity in Texas. So that adds to not comfortable.
Back up a little bit more. Let's see. As always, trying to scan through the crowd. We got Barnaby and Shula in the front. We got John here. We got Veronica in the front as well. You can barely see her, but here. Veronica, Tamar, Barnaby and Shula over here. Simon Z right here. Probably some others that we recognize that I can't see that are behind these people here. I can't tell if this is Mary or Martha. I think it is, though. One of those two. And then John back here.
You're just sweating all of your nutrients in your water.
Then here we see all these people beginning to fight the Roman soldiers alongside the temple guard, which is quite interesting here, trying to keep the peace as the police force here. Would that happen in real life? I don't know. I don't know. Does this guy not look like Joseph? He looks so much like Joseph. That's interesting. I don't think it is, obviously, but looks like him.
This is uncomfortable, but...
So Jonathan here. Let's go back.
Your nutrients in your water.
This is uncomfortable, but it just adds to the reality and the authenticity of the environment.
Yeah, absolutely, it does. I mean, this would have been an intense environment to be in, no matter what the weather is. So it's cool that we get to get some of that out of the actors as well. Now here you see this Pharisee section down here. We recognize some of them, but most of these guys I think are extras here. Or not extras, but maybe background actors here. We've got Kaufney in the front up here as well. And then some of our recurring background extras that are all in the front. We've also got Rabbi Zebediah, also known as Korah in the Promised Land, right in front there. And then where else? Let's see. I think that's pretty much it that's in this shot here.
So we're filming the scene about Jesus' sacrifice, and at the same time you're seeing the sacrifice of the crew and the extras.
If it was done in an air-conditioned warehouse, it would feel wrong. It just wouldn't work the same. It has to be this way. Just know that.
Yeah, it's interesting. We got Atticus here. So most of our cast of characters is here. We saw in other behind the scenes shots that we have most of the apostles. You know, a lot of those people are here. Obviously, we've got a bunch of our main cast that's a part of this.
It's hot, and
Here we've got Kaufney and the boys down here.
that the madness of the mob yelling and everything like that, it really... Just know that it's hot, and that the madness of...
See down here, anybody that we don't recognize or that's new?
the mob yelling and everything like that, it really just adds weight to the situation.
We're all suffering
I think we've seen him in a BTS video before.
together, and you have to kind of keep it light.
So Mary and Martha here.
Get the tiny fist of joy. You're coming on to the heat. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Only time will come on.
Yes. Yes, I know.
I met her several times actually. This woman at the end. We were in Promised Land together as well, I believe.
As Peter Jackson once said, pain is temporary, film is forever.
Spiritually, it's a little overwhelming just to know the nature of what's going on.
You can feel the intensity a little bit.
And to just be a character of that background is...
It's actually hard to...
We got Shmuel right here in the front, Caiaphas in the front. We've got a bunch of the Pharisees over here, like we saw before. We're seeing Gadara right over here. My brain is filled with 3 shows worth of people right now, so if I'm a little bit slow on the names, that's why.
watch, even though we know...
And here is our first look at Jesus, kind of going through the screen right here. Remember, this is before he's been really like beaten or scourged. This is before that point. So he's probably dirty. He's probably sweaty. He's probably had a really rough night. But some of his beard being ripped out is pretty much the worst thing that's happened so far. They've beat on him a little bit, but not scourged him yet or anything like that quite yet.
Actually hard to watch, even though we know how it turns out. It's hard to watch.
Let's see here. Let me go back a little bit. Any other people we recognize here? Yeah. Just Rafi and Dinah. I think Dinah's over there, but I can't 100% tell if it's just Rafi or not. Then a bunch of extras. We got Sam Jenkins cameo right there. So many people. Jesse over here, Thomas over here, a bunch of the main actors all in this corridor right here. And then stand in for what looks to be Jesus here, right in the center.
A lot of times on the shows, and we bring in these background, but they're usually either standing and listening or they are moving. But for this, it's...
We got Malchus there as well. Sorry, I'm looking in the background trying to find everything here.
And we bring in these background, but they're usually either standing and listening.
Is that Barabbas?
A lot of times on the shows, and we bring in these background, but they're usually either...
Is it? I think it is. Look right here.
A lot of times on the shows, and...
Right there. Is that Barabbas? I think that might be Barabbas in here. Of course, we saw him last season as kind of the main thing. That's not what I wanted. Where is it? Nope. Okay, never mind. Let me just zoom in here. Yeah, I think that's him. I think that's Barabbas. That looks like the actor who plays Barabbas. That doesn't look like a stand-in here. But or are you talking about the stand-in before who I said was Jesus? Maybe that was Barabbas as a stand-in. Maybe. Yeah, I think this is Barabbas here, right there. of course, he would be leaving this area once they've chosen Jesus as the person that they're going to crucify, right? And so he would be leaving, getting out of there, which makes a lot of sense. So
we bring in these background, but they're usually either standing and listening or they are moving.
And then there's Malchus there with John again. Sorry, I'm pausing so much, but this is what we do.
The chosen, we bring in these background, but they're usually either standing and listening or they are moving.
Yep, so there's Malchus and John.
Moving. But for this, it's challenging because we have the crowds shouting different things. It's a lot heavy on what the background have to do.
Action.
This half of the crowd wants to crucify him, this half of the crowd doesn't.
I'm really glad I didn't have to yell, crucify him. I'm not sure I could have done that.
But then others are
I mean, you signed up for it, so.
excited to just be playing a really important.
Yep, is that Dinah there? I think so. Are they on the other side now? Have they switched sides? Do they not want to crucify Jesus?
Part in this story.
Not sure I could have done that.
But then others are excited to just be playing a really important part in this story.
Like Mitch says, it's okay, you're just acting.
So I know her. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but I know her in real life, actually.
Today.
It's pretty upsetting. Yeah, it's supposed to be upsetting.
Lord, forgive me.
And then this is my friend Matt. I love that they're back to back here. This is my friend Matt, who I do a podcast with. And so I don't really talk about that podcast on this channel because it has nothing to do with biblical media. It has very little to do with biblical media. But if you're sleuthy enough, I'm sure you could find it out there. So we started a podcast a little over a month ago. And so we've been killing that, me and Matt and our friend Eric.
For us as, followers, we're just like, what? What happened?
Weren't you guys all happy with us before?
You were just chanting the Son of David not that long ago.
Hearing that crowd, and there's a fervor to it. It's not like crucify him and let's go get coffee.
Same people that cheered, now they're against him.
With the triumphal entry, I was so close to the donkey. For me, that was such a beautiful moment. Somebody was looking in Jesus' eyes in that moment, and then that same person turned on him. And that's really hard to understand.
Yep. You go back here. Let me see. This guy looks like Rabbi Benjamin, but I don't think it is for sure. I think we've seen Rabbi Benjamin elsewhere, but I'm not sure we see him in this scene here. We might, but it's hard to say. Maybe this is Rabbi Benjamin behind him here. I don't know. It's hard to say.
And even though we probably would have been those same people to turn.
Something I've been thinking about is how easily swayed people are in groups.
That's why humans are terrifying.
Here we are seeing the fans getting so into it that they can't even hear when they call cut, and they're still into it. It adds this incredibly scary reality to it.
Yeah. Here's Jesus again there. There he is again. Now you're seeing him here with this robe. This robe here with Pilate, this robe is from Herod Antipas. And so this was given to him by Herod Antipas. This is also the robe that he wears later when he's actually walking with the cross and about to be crucified. He wears this as well as kind of a mocking sort of like, oh, you want to be king? Here's your robe sort of thing. Here's your royal coat. And so, yeah, we're going to see that a lot in season 6 for sure.
I don't want to think about Jesus on the cross. It's very hard, but he did it, and we have to know what he did and what he went through.
One of the great things about our show is the fact that so many people who support our show are coming to help us tell the story. It's not just a job for them.
The reason we come...
Well, it's not a job at all for them because they pay. It's not a job for them at all. They pay to be on set, so.
Support our show are coming to help us tell the story. It's not just a job for them.
The reason we come is to serve.
Coming to help us tell the story. It's not just a job for them.
Yeah, none of those people look like Rabbi Benjamin to me at the moment.
The reason we come is to serve, to be here for whatever you need us to do, and when we're not actually doing something, we pray.
What we love is the community in here, in this tent.
Seeing you guys put this show together.
Seeing the set, seeing the work that they go through, seeing the work that Jonathan Rumi and Dallas and everybody goes through every day. I have a whole new appreciation for all that.
But also to be here and to be...
Yeah, it's very difficult, right? Not easy at all. You can see here, Jonathan has a little bit of a scrape on his face. This could possibly be from being punched from the Pharisees earlier on, or it could be from when his beard is being ripped out, different things like that.
Be able to support,
To help in this little way, small way.
in order for you guys to be able to send it around the world. That's the most important thing.
Well done.
Coming soon to the
There's Shahar there, as well as Joanna over here, Amy Bailey. Anybody else new that we haven't seen quite yet? I think that's pretty much everybody. Here's Mother Mary, of course. She's there as well.
Chosen app will be our typical in-depth inside looks into season 6. So you don't want to miss that. The app is free to download.
Yes, and we also have more things for you here on YouTube. So
yeah, we'll check out some of the app stuff a little bit later probably, but there's some BTS that's on there that's not on YouTube. So we might just do a whole, roundup of all that stuff that's there as well. What are you guys excited for season 6? We've got a little bit of a wait on our hands for season 6, but of course in between then we'll have Chosen Con and hopefully some surprises from the Chosen team as well. I would love to see some other things maybe come out of the woodwork. So yeah, really interesting stuff. And of course we've got the series Joseph of Egypt, which is being worked on right now. Unfortunately, they're not like Dallas where they're doing like daily updates and stuff. I wish they were. I wish they did. I would love that. It would be really amazing, but they don't. They're not doing that. So anyway, let me know your thoughts about this whole section here, and of course what you're looking forward to for season 6. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.